All right, good afternoon, and thank you for joining. If you're watching this live or if you're watching a replay, I appreciate you checking out this video. I'm actually out here in my outside office making some calls. Let me show you guys what I'm working on here. And what I'm doing is I'm working through a list I have of data, uh, properties owned in the Sacramento area that fit the bill of what we're trying to do. Not only that, the data shows that these are all investor owned properties. And so my goal is to acquire something that has either four or more, maybe three, four, but preferably five or more units. So it's a commercial building, and in partnership with some organizations that we're working with, the city and the state convert it into affordable so they can use it for their programs. However, the conversation can you typically is more routed to a lot of these property owners have rentals that they would consider a housing organization becoming the master tenant. And I come in as a liaison because I'm already working with a handful of Sacramento area nonprofits that need more resources. And when I say resources, everybody thinks money, but no, in this case, they need more homes. They need to be able to rent property and from private landlords, property managers, and utilize it. So I come in and establish the master tenancy and kind of connect the dots. These nonprofits don't have the resources. Director of housing specialists, whose real main role is reaching out to property owners, investors, landlords. Since I've been in real estate since 2006, not only just reaching out and creating new relationships, but a lot of the people I know that are in the business have rentals as well. So the goal here is establish as many relationships as possible with more landlords, more property owners, more asset managers, and plant the seed. Okay, if I'm able to plant the seed today, uh, and then in a month, in 6 months, in a year, they opt to allow one of the groups that I'm working with to use their property in their program. It's a win. There are times where I'll run into property owners that are willing to do it now, and I send over an agreement, and then as soon as they have completed the agreement, I connect them over with the one of the organizations that needs more resources for their program, and they come to an agreement. They fill out a master tenancy, usually for a couple of years, and now, as an example, there's a group that I'm working with called First Step, and they work with veterans and other individuals that are either already outside or potentially at risk of becoming homeless, and they provide housing as well as supportive services. And so my goal is to help them with more resources for their programs. So that's basically what we're doing here. Big picture, when I acquire property after we do a flip, or let's say I buy a rental, 75% or more, my goal in the next year is to do that exact same thing, partner with other organizations and allow them to use the property in their program, not just in Sacramento, but in the Bay Area, down in Los Angeles. Uh, so that's what we're working on. And I'm doing this quick live, not necessarily just to talk about it, but we're going to make a few calls and probably get into some conversations and see what happens. So stand by. You see here, this is what we're working from. I'll give you an idea. And that's just a simple Google sheet. But this here is Propwire. Okay. Propwire is a free tool that you can sign up, and you can basically, it's a data source. A lot of people are familiar with Propstream or Batch, or there's a lot of different platforms that you can search for property and get owner information, that type of thing. But again, this is called Propwire. It is free, and the only thing that you pay for is the skip tracing. So it's 10 cents a record. So it's not bad. So what I've done is I've created some predetermined searches in here. As an example, let me show you one of the searches that I have. And then when there's a new property that meets that bill, these are all off market. So we're talking about, property owners that aren't working with an agent, actively reaching out and establishing that relationship. And then not just to buy the property, but more so, again, to create that relationship to allow them to start providing master tenancy options to organizations that we're working with. And again, the chat's open. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. This is live. I will be putting this on the channel afterwards. It's the first time I've done the live, actually making this type of outbound dialing. So if you guys are watching, if you have questions about the program and what we're doing, feel free to drop it in the comments. I can't reply, but if you guys have questions, if you drop it in the chat, I believe I could see it. As I'm working, I'll glance over and try to answer your questions. And I will start making some calls here in a moment. Just got to get everything opened up here. And it seems like the Wi-Fi is just a little bit lagging. It is what it is. So I'm going to veer back away from giving you guys like a tour. I'm just going to jump into the action here. I will put a link for PropWire. Again, it's a free platform. It's not mine, but if you guys want to check it out, I definitely would recommend looking at it, especially if you're going after property and that type of thing. As I grow, I will be putting together a team and getting some advanced with technology. And so hopefully in a few weeks when we're doing this stuff, I'll have some standard operating procedures in place and have some team members making some of these initial reach outs. But I decided to do a quick live here and just kind of share with you guys what I'm doing. In the last 60 days, the amount of you guys subscribing has pretty much doubled. And so, and a lot of you don't haven't had a chance to really understand what I'm working on. So that's mostly why I'm doing this, to share more on the onto the next door side that I've been talking about and give you an understanding of more what the bigger picture looks like. So if you want to participate and that type of thing, and you can reach out. I guess you can title me yeah, I'm looking at some real estate investing and development, but more impact investor, like anything that I'm moving forward with in business with onto the next door is impact. So if we're investing in property, we want to be making sure that not only are we covering our bottom line, but the result is helping for the greater good. As an example, partnering with nonprofits so they can use the property in their program. Yes, we're paying the bills and creating revenue, but we're also creating an impact and helping the community, right? Okay. We're going to go ahead and dial straight from the browser here and let's see if we can have a few conversations and any feedbacks requested, that type of thing. Give you a full picture of, maybe what a conversation would look like in establishing that type of relationship. Okay. If you made it this far, shout out, appreciate you. If you guys appreciate like the content and you're not subscribed already, make sure you smash that button and turn the notifications on. Most of what we talk about on this channel is what we're doing here now. A lot of health related stuff, a lot of outdoorsy type stuff. I'm in Sacramento, California, so I post a lot of stuff about local stuff here. If you are into real estate, if you're into making a change and impact in our community, that's mostly what I'm focused on here and what I share on this channel. So if that's in your realm of life, smash the subscribe button because I'm going to bring more and more content around on making an impact through real estate and in business. Phone is ringing. You guys can probably hear me a lot better now, but I don't necessarily want the Bluetooth on the phone. I don't have a tech person on the team yet, so I'm kind of maneuvering around. So forgive me with the stream. I'm trying to bring you guys as much of this as I can, but I need to focus on the dials as well. So I may have to cut off the audio. We'll see how the first call goes here. For now, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream a little bit this afternoon. I'm going to do more of a call session in the office. If you made it to this 16th minute, I want to say thank you. In the summary of the video, you're going to see all sorts of links. Most importantly, the link to everything we're doing with On to the Next Door. Make sure you check that out. And I'll be bringing you guys more updates with what we're doing. On Thursday morning, we're going to go view a property in north side of town. It's an off-market opportunity that potentially could be converted into a transitional living or something like that. Updates to come. Have a good afternoon.